good evening to all. Let's proceed further to see the manner in which one can conduct linear regression in Python. Now, again, you see, I really like both Python as well as R reason. They help you to understand what exactly is the technique. Not that I cannot do in other softwares. The best part is the visualizations and the kind of concepts which are being clarified to us through these two, I would say, the programming languages which are present over here. Now, in the linear regression, especially in Python, I would be using Jupyter Colab environment. That's number one, rather than going over Anaconda or Spider. You would see that there are a number of packages which are available, and the most popular package that I can see is the scikit-learn. Now, I'll be focusing on the simple linear regression with help of the scikit-learn itself, and try to understand as to how to go ahead with the simple linear regression. Now here, to go ahead with the simple linear regression, we can see that first and foremost, the manner in which we are going to import the packages and the classes that are required in the Python environment, especially the scikit. The second one would be to provide the data to work with. What kind of a data do I possess so that I can proceed further with the linear regression? Then the appropriate transformations that one can see for performing the simple linear regression, that is also important. Afterwards, there is a need to create a regression model, number one. Number two, we would go ahead and fit it with the existing data. The data that is got with me, I'm going to fit it and check it out with that. Check the results of the model fitting to understand whether the model that I have received in the end is a good one or not for myself. In other words, whether I'm satisfied with it or not. Apply the model for the future predictions. Okay, so that is what exactly a simple linear regression is going to take care of it. So that's number one. Number two, you would also see that here the steps that we are going to take care is, first of all, import packages and classes. For example, I have to import NumPy, and we know that NumPy is nothing but the way we are going to, it's a library again wherein we are going to work with numbers in the Python environment as NP. That is number one. Number two, from sklearn.linear_model, we will import the again the package which is called as the linear regression, so that I can go ahead and implement linear regression on the data that is available. Then you would see here that the data type that we are going to talk about using NumPy is basically array type, and we know what is a NumPy.nd array is all about, and then we will go ahead and proceed further. Secondly, the class sklearn.linear_model.linear regression, that is the one that I'm going to use it so that I can perform linear as well as the polynomial regression and make the predictions accordingly. So you will see that regression is not just the simple linear regression as we have understood or learned from various mentors or the instructors or the training individuals who are present, who are taking care of those theories as well as the concepts to understand the regression. Now here you will see that apart from the second step would be to see what kind of a data is available for me. Okay, so the second step will be to define the data with which I'm going to work, and the inputs will be the regressors, that is X, and the output that is going to be a predictor or a Y. So you will see all these things coming in, and secondly, they are going to be arranged in the form of an array, so that what is an array? It's nothing but an instance of the class or the similar objects which are going to be kept together. So that is the reason, or I would say it is the simplest way of providing the data for the regression. And for example, if I have let's say a variable x, and I'm going to create an array, so that can be used by using np, and I'm taking up randomly the numbers, let's say 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65. I can go ahead and I would go ahead with what I call it as reshape, so that I can understand what kind, and this reshape will be taken care with the two numbers, that is the argument parameters, that is -1 and 1. So here you will see that the two variables which are there for me, one is x and the other is y. The input is x obviously, and the output will be seen in y. You should also remember that reshape, out here we are taking care of it on x variable, reason because this array is required to be a two-dimensional one. Therefore I'm going to go ahead and say there has to be one column, however there would be as many rows as it can be. So this is what we mean by saying reshaping it, giving the two parameters -1 and, or the arguments you can say -1 and 1, and we would be reshaping. So if you just run this particular program, the code that we have got, you will see the output will be coming as in the following manner. X would turn out to be 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, and y would be 5, 20, 14, 32, 22, 38, and it will continue like that if I have got more numbers into it. That's number two. Number two, you will also see that x has got two dimensions. X dot shape will become what, 6, 1, while y has got a single dimension, and that is y shape will be seen only with 6 and no other number is there. Lastly but not the least, I would say we have to create a model and fit it. So how would you do it? Here we are going to create an instance of the class which is called as a linear regression, which will represent the regression model. So how do I define my model? Model equals to linear regression, as simple as that. And here the various parameters for the linear regression will be for fit, intercept, and that would be in boolean. Second would be to normalize it, it is also a boolean. Copy underscore x, which is a boolean again, true by default, which decides whether the one that I'm going to get is true or a false one. Then n jobs, we will see when I'm going to code it for you, so you will be understanding what it is. So here we go, and we are going to fit the model as xy, as simple as that. I don't have to do a lot of work out here. Now with dot fit, you are able to calculate the optimal values of the weights b0 and b1 using the existing input and the output. And what are those? Input was given the label as x, and output was given in the label of y as the argument. Therefore when I say dot fit, that means what is going to fit the model. So model here can be given to you as what? It would be model equals to linear regression dot fit xy. So if you run this one, you will see that it will be giving you a model, and the result will be seen in this manner. And then we can go ahead after the model has been interpreted. We need to understand what is the coefficient of determination, which is capital R square with dot score, and that is called upon the model. So R square, that is the one, equals to model score for the x and y. Okay, and print would be what? Coefficient of determination, which is my R square. Okay, and the result will turn out to be 0.1587561374794. So if you are able to see, when you are applying dot score out here, you will see that the arguments are the predictor x and the regressor y. Okay, and the return value is going to be what? R square. So through this you will come to understand what is the relationship between the predictor x as well as the regressor y, which is present for us. So the attributes that you can see of the model will be in terms of intercept, which represents the coefficient, that is b0, and coefficient which represents by b1. So here we would say go ahead print intercept model, and that is the intercept. So you'll get the intercept value, print slope from the model coefficient, you will get the value for the slope also. So in this manner you will see that yes, the code which has been taken care of, that will look like b0 and b1, and you will notice that intercept which is there is a scalar, while the coefficient turns out to be an array of numbers for you. So you have seen that the b0 is 5.63, which means that the model predicts the response 5.60 when x is 0. Okay, so let's read out again. The model predicts the response of 5.63 when x is 0. The value of b1 equals to 0.54 means that the predicted response rises by 0.54 when x is increased by 1. So this will continue. You will notice that you can provide y as a two-dimensional array, and you can carry forward with the similar kind of results for ourselves. So here you will see new model, which is equal to linear regression dot fit xy reshape -1 1. We have understood what is -1 to 1, why the entire distribution is going to be checked out. Then print intercept new model dot intercept value comes out to be 5.633333, that is the intercept. Print slope comes out to be 0.54. So we have understood that the intercept value is this, slope is going to be this one. So if you have received these values, how are you going to predict the response? The response can be taken care of. We will use dot predict bracket open bracket close, that is the round brackets one. We will not use any other wordings over here. So your first line of script would be what? Y predicted is equals to model dot predicted x. We are going to take it up. Print predicted response y prediction separated by /n, and then predicted response comes out to be as what for each and every number: 8.333, 13.7333, 19. So 24.5333, 29.9333, 35.333, so on and so forth, when you are going to take care. So when applying dot predict, as we have done here, what are we trying to do? We are allowing regressor to be the argument and get the predicted response which is required. So this is the manner we would go ahead and predict the response, and you will see that y underscore predict equals to model dot intercept underscore plus model coefficient, and you're going to multiply by x. So that is how you're going to predict and get the entire model in front of you. So you will see print predicted response y predicted, comma separated backslash, and this is the response that you have got. So you are able to understand that yes, you are multiplying the element of x with model coefficient and add model intercept to the product of it. So this is how you are going to calculate the entire and render the meaning of the linear regression, looking at the prediction of the values that you have got. Now one should also remember that there are other parameters also that I can add on. However, at the moment I'm not going to take care of each and everything. For example, there can be x reshape -1, x flatten it, or x revel it. So we will see these ones later on when I'll be entering into the conceptual understanding of the regression. So here let us just stop here that and see how to go ahead when the inputs are given. For example, x underscore new will be equal to np and arrange 5 reshape. These are the parameters that I have taken care, and I'm saying print the x new values for me. In the same manner, y new model, this is the model prediction that I'm taking care of it right now. Model dot predict, and inside rather than just writing x, I'm giving the parameter as x underscore new. What does this mean? When the x new is there, which is the predicted one, and it is being added to my model, show me what is the prediction for y. ultimately. So print y underscore new, and these are the values that you can see which is coming in front of you. For example, 5.6333, then 6.17, then you have got 6.7133, 7.25333. Similarly, you can see the other values also which are available. Now in this manner you will see that yes, linear regression had been taken care of, and how through the given two values we are able to go ahead and predict not only for the future, however we are checking with the model, number one, number two, even with the responses, and we can even look as to how the new prediction is going to help you out for the model also. So this is what I wanted to share as to performing the linear regression through Python, and especially using the scikit-learn packages and the libraries. So let me go ahead and showcase one more regression type that we can understand through this package itself. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.